Hello and welcome, gorgeous people. I'm Adam and today we're in the kitchen. Now we're in the kitchen for a special reason. I love my fermented foods and I've got a slightly different way now that I've been doing my fermentation. So I have been using a masonry jar. These are the ones with the with the lids that come apart. A fancy little silicone disc. This is going to be a little breather, a little burper, to let all the fermenting gases just naturally escape. I have got some little glass weights, so I can pop those on top to keep everything nice and below the surface of the liquid. I have got myself a little slicer. I want to call it a mandolin, but I'm sure that's an instrument. I'm going to call it a fine slicer for the moment. If you think it's called a mandolin as well, please comment down below and let me know and make sure that I'm not going completely mad. But what am I actually going to be fermenting? Two of my favouriteest vegetables, roots, that I like to ferment, other than doing sauerkraut, is fennel. Love fennel. It's got a nice sort of subtly aniseedy flavour to it, which goes really well in salads. Gorgeous stuff. And for that lovely fiery kick, we have some ginger. I love ginger. It's also really good for your digestive system as well. It's great stuff. So we're going to slice them up, stick them in the jar, and add a 2% solution of brine. Then we're going to leave it for a week to a month, depending on exactly how strong you like it. And then we're going to stick it in the fridge to keep, and it can keep for months, 3-6 months, depending on how well you've preserved it, what the sort of good bacteria are like. So I'm going to be making my brine solution. It's a 2% brine solution. I'm going to be making it with cool boiled water. This will kill off any of the nasty bacteria that might be in there. It'll also help to get rid of some of the fluoride content that's in there as well. So let's get chopping. Okay, so it's been a month since I last made up these fermented veggies. So let's have a quick look, see how they've gone. Oh, this one's looking good. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's looking all right. What's round the side is, or what's round on the top, just there. That looks like that's actually a yeast that's grown. It should not actually smell bad. It should just smell like, what was this one? This is the fennel. This should smell just like fennel. So let's have a look. Let's just pop that to the back. And then we've got the ginger. It's, ooh no. That I'm going to call an epic fail. Yeah, that's that's pretty meaty in there. I'm not even going to open that up to sniff it. That's proper gunk. Yeah. Well, that's a shame. I must have got some mold spores in there somehow. Shall we open up to actually see just how bad it is? See if I can do this one-handed. Nope. Camera down. Right. Oh, look at that. That's quite bad. That is pretty manky. Right. Well, I'm keeping well away from that. Let's put the lid back on and throw that away and redo that. I must not have been quite as clean with that one. It happens. It happens. Right. Here we go. So this one, again, you know, you can sort of like, whoop, where's my finger? There's my finger there. So you can sort of like see around there. That is all yeasty stuff. Let's have a good sniff. Yeah, that just smells like of fennel. So I'm going to replace the little burper with the little disc. Whoops. It's a lot more difficult to do this one-handed than you think. So that can now safely go in the fridge. Might just want to, if you're not going to use it for a while, just give it a little twist every now and again, because it will keep on fermenting. But that will now stay happily in the fridge for months. You know, 3-6 months easily. But it's not going to last that long in my fridge. And now I'm going to remake up the ginger. And bing bang bosh, and we have, ta-da, new one. So I'd obviously not bought quite as much as I thought I had the first time. So attempt number 2. This should work this time. I've made sure that everything's all properly clean, nice and sterilised as well with some boiling hot water. We shall not mention you over there. And that is now going to sit to the side for another week or two, or a week to 4 weeks. So let's just pop that to the side. Now, while I was doing chopping up and slicing, I was getting quite into the mood with it. So, we have big boy. So I thought I'd do some white sauerkraut, so white cabbage, and I've got some caraway seeds in there as well. So again, they've got burpers on, they've got little glass weights inside. Now, let's leave them for a couple of weeks, and hopefully these should work a lot better. Okay, so it's been another month, and let's have a look at how these have got on. We have got one very nice looking sauerkraut. Let's just open the puppy up. Oh God. Yeah, very nice. Look in there. That's going to be lovely. Oh yeah, it just smells lovely and salty and a bit vinegary, which is exactly what we want. I'll put a topper back on that. However, the ginger has gone bad again. You can see all that lovely mold spores in there. Oh, isn't that nice? And I have no idea why this is actually happening. So I'm going to have a little bit of a read and search on the internet about why exactly this is going wrong. Okay, so I think I know what's gone wrong with the ginger. I think it might actually be irradiated ginger. So all the healthy bacteria and yeast that are naturally on the surface have been killed off. It's to help with making a longer shelf life. Now, I can't find anywhere organic ginger, which shouldn't have been irradiated. So to get around this, I'm actually going to have to put in some sort of starter, some sort of like culture of bacteria to help and boost it. Now, the only thing that I can think of is either putting some sauerkraut into it, or my other option is actually putting some of the kombucha that I make into it, which has got yeast and bacteria in it. So I'm going to give that a go instead of adding a little bit of water, because I don't really want sort of a bit of cabbage in with my ginger. So hopefully this is actually going to work this time. Otherwise I'm going to be really out of ideas. So let's get back into another month. Okay, so it's been a whole month since I chopped up the ginger for the 3rd time. So let's have a quick look and see how it's actually turned out. Okay, so it looks like it's worked. The kombucha has saved the day. I've managed to use it as a starter to kickstart the fermentation process. There is not a spot of mold in sight. A little hazing, that's probably from the yeast. Let's open her up. Whoop. Oh, look at that. Ain't you a gorgeous sight? Yeah, brilliant. It worked. As you've seen, no mold in it, slight hazing from yeast, but that's perfectly fine, perfectly healthy. And it smells just like ginger. It's absolutely brilliant. And to prove that it's okay, I'm going to have a quick little nibble. Oh, it's got a good crunch to it still. Oh wow. Salty fire. That on a side or in a salad. Oh, it's great. That's what I usually do. I usually put it in my lunch, in my salad or something. And it is gorgeous. Really fiery. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, I'm so happy that's worked now. So I actually learned something with doing this, that sometimes where you're getting your vegetables from changes, and it's not always what you think it is or could be. And the kombucha is fantastic. I think from now on, every time I do anything fermented, I'll add just a bit of kombucha in. I mean, for this, I just topped up by about that much. It was just a tiny bit, just to give enough liquid to cover it. And that was it. And that was just enough to seed it, to give it a starter, to keep going. And as you've seen from the previous ones, this looks so much better and tastes brilliant. This can now go in the fridge and that will stay happily in the fridge for months. So yeah, I am very, very pleased, very, very happy. I'm going to enjoy this for probably not weeks, depending on how quickly I eat it. So they're my three favourite foods for fermenting at the moment. I've got my fennel, my cabbage, and my ginger. I think in the future I'm going to try some more different varieties. I'm thinking of trying some cabbage with apple, so apple and cabbage. I've also going to try some carrot in with the ginger. I'm even contemplating doing some ginger beer, some proper ginger beer. Maybe even an alcoholic version as well. So if you like this video, please like, subscribe and comment down below. And if you have any suggestions for things that I could try to ferment, please put it down below. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Okay, brilliant. Fuck you, mold. Got it. Softly so. Shaky cam time. Shaky cam, shaky cam.